Ta-da-da-da-da!
Hey everybody, what's going on tonight? What's up, Satellite? What's up, Nizroy? PM Collector Boy, Chaos, Eva! Thank you so much for subscribing for 53 months. My god. Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's been ups and downs lately. I apologize for missing out on yesterday. I was all set. I was all intent on streaming yesterday, and then I had a bit of an emotional crash. So wasn't pretty, but I got through it. So good evening, F-Zero Racer. Good evening, Deep Thought. Thank you for the 15 stream streak. I appreciate that. I appreciate y'all sticking with me through my trials and tribulations. So I have been busy lately. My part-time job has been giving me a lot to do, and that's good. It's going well. I've acclimated to it very quickly. My boss really likes me. My coworkers like me. Everything's going fine. It's still just a bit of a difficult adjustment for me, is all. So, I'm still getting used to this. I mean, it's a new lifestyle, really. So that's taken a bit out of me too. So, hope life's treating you okay. Getting there, I guess. Getting there. Finally unlocked Ninja for Ramza. Now the real fun begins. Yeah, I did basically the same thing when I did Final Fantasy Tactics. I think Ramza for me was like, Ramza went like Knight, Geomancer, maybe? Samurai and then Ninja or something like that. And yeah, once I landed on Ninja, I was like, yeah, this is it. This is it. What's up, Justin Brett? Good to see you. Being upset or anything? Damned, I have to wonder at somebody's stupidity today. I saw your post in the vent channel, so, and I am feeling for you, dude. I really am. Thank you, Bollowork. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's well, things are gonna be rough for a while, and I mean in streaming terms. I think I'm gonna be okay, but yeah, I don't know how all the streaming stuff is gonna shake out. So I'll go ahead and tell you now. That's part of why we're doing this here. This was not what I originally intended to do. I was supposed to start Chrono Trigger yesterday. That was my plan originally. But I foresee a very shaky schedule for a while. And Dragon Quest feels like a good thing to do when the future is uncertain, because there is essentially an infinite amount of Dragon Quest to do, and I am interested in doing all of it, but I certainly don't need to do it all at once, and I can go through as much of it as I want at a time. So I could do like Dragon Warrior 1, or sorry, Dragon Quest. It's right there. It's right there in big warm letters. You gotta forgive me. I'm American. I'm ignorant. So I could go through Dragon Quest 1 and be like, that's enough. Let's do something else. Or I could get interrupted and have to come back to it later, and that's fine too. It's not, you know, we're not gonna lose the plot or anything. Have to go through. Oh, you have to go through Thief to get Ninja. I forgot about that. Then you did Monk to Samurai, which is okay. Not as broke as you need some on the sections. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, Justin Brett. I'm sorry I had to go through that. This is the first bit. What happened? Oh, I was having a rough time yesterday. So, and it's, you know, it's pretty likely there'll be more. You know, I'm gonna have good days and bad gays. There are no bad gays. Not around here anyway. I'm gonna have good days and bad days for the foreseeable future, because it's kind of a new lifestyle that I'm adjusting to. So. And while that's the case, I'm gonna be just kind of doing whatever. So. We're basically on the cusp of me melting down the schedule entirely, and every night that I can stream being something. That's the next step. You know, if I go another week or two having to skip like 2 or 3 streams a week, then that's probably what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna dissolve any pretense of scheduling, and we're just gonna do stuff. Oh god, we're playing Charleston. Okay, we're not there yet. All right, we're not there yet. I want to, even if it's spotty as hell, even if I can only stream 1 night a week, I still want to keep streaming. I'm not giving up yet. I'm very far away from giving up. But we'll see how things go. Actually, only a finite amount of Dragon Quest to be skipped 7. Also, good evening, Loader High. I didn't miss you there. I see you. Good to be seen. So yeah, that's what passes for a plan around here for the foreseeable future. So, but right now, I'm gonna try and stick to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday playthrough stuff. Thursday, Saturday, power hours. Friday, other stuff. But we'll see. You know, we'll see. And I would still like to do Game Boy Request Night on Thursday, this Thursday. But honestly, if I miss one more, I'm probably gonna put it aside. I'll give you all your coins back and stuff, and we'll spin it up another time. So yeah, bear with me, chat. Lots of... Life comes at you fast. Why does someone play through Dragon Quest 7 on another stream? Oh lordy, the game's long. What's up, Shadows? Good to see you. Love a lot of Dragon Quest 7's vignettes. There's a few of the most interesting ones. They're wholly long. I've considered that ball of work. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say right now. Has some fascinating art. What it has is great. Mostly enjoyed what someone's laying down. I do wish you didn't have to play basically the entire SJRPG just to get jobs. Funny because the initial idea was to do a small scale Dragon Quest game, and then it wasn't. Root Trees Are Dead was good. Nice. I actually started playing something new over the weekend. I started playing Greedfall. I started playing a spiders RPG. My expectations were muted. I just wanted I wanted to do some kind of RPG myself. And I just wanted to get, I had it. I wanted to give it a try, and you know what? I like it so far. I've been through the entire opening act. And yes, Dave, my feelings, turns out my feelings were adequately buttressed because I'm actually rather enjoying it. I actually think it's pretty fun. So it is janky, it is buggy. I get what people have said about it being like a slow burn RPG, but it doesn't feel that slow. And I feel like the story hooks early on are actually pretty good. It has a pretty different vibe from most other RPGs you can pick up. So I'm enjoying it. We'll see how long I enjoy it for. But yeah. Love Root Trees. For a time I wrestled with whether it's better than Obra Dinn. Wow, that's unexpected. Huh. What's up, Ralenborg? Good to see you. Greenfall's pretty decent. That's interesting, Shadows. Heard Steel Rising is also good. Man, that is unfortunate. Is there anything you can do to kind of facilitate that? I certainly don't want to keep you up if that's a problem. Got to an adequate stopping place in Fantasy Maiden Wars. Wait a few other RPGs and move on to. Why am I playing Fantasy Maiden Wars? Yeah, I was debating a couple things. I was debating a couple other RPGs, but again, non-committal. I'm feeling really non-committal about things right now. Again, another reason why I went with Dragon Quest. Because Dragon Quest, it really feels like you can just kind of stop, tap out wherever you want, really, and come back to it as needed. So, as opposed to if I had started Chrono Trigger yesterday like I originally intended to, I'd feel really bad leaving that hanging if I had to. So, which isn't, you know, no shade towards Dragon Quest. It's not like I'm disrespecting it all. It's just, you know, especially these early ones, man. There's not really any plot to miss in the first one, at least. Sometimes I try to sleep, I start suffocating. You know, I've gotten to the point, the age maybe, if I get a cold, if I get any kind of congestion, like, that's me. I cannot sleep normally when I get a cold. It can be ruinous. Not saying I fully understand what you're going through, but I know how miserable just that is for me. So yeah, hopefully it passes soon. Dragon Quest is the cozy JRPG series, and one is very short. Yep. That's exactly why we're here. That's exactly why we're doing this. What's up, Cheese Toast? Good to see you. I'm near the end of Dragon Quest 1 2D HD. I'm playing on hard mode. A couple of the fights are real BS. Yeah. I decided that I was gonna stick to Super Famicom for my Dragon Questings. Because you can play what? The first 6? You can play the first 6 Dragon Quests on Super Famicom? I really strongly considered going all the way back to NES. Playing like Dragon Warrior. This. Because I do have that particular nostalgia for NES games. However, I have played Super Famicom Dragon Quest 1 before and enjoyed it quite a bit. So it feels like the right way to do things. 4 is not on SNES? Okay. So we might have to pop backwards for that, which I'm fine with. The other thing is I do actually own Dragon Warrior and Dragon Warrior 2 on NES, and I have played them a fair bit, whereas the Super Famicom versions will be like newer to me and might be more interesting to a streaming audience in general. So but yeah, for 3 and 4 I could go back to NES. 3 we could go either way. 4 I could just do on NES. That's not a big deal. Oh, no, actually, 3 we have to do on Super Famicom. Bot reminded me. Thank you, Bot. I appreciate that. NES Dragon Quest 2 needs to be played with a good ROM. I do have to bring this up. My wife is actually a big Dragon Quest fan. She did actually beat NES Dragon Quest 2. I watched her do it. I was basically beside myself. My wife has actually beaten a game that I haven't. Which, damn. This is a Dragon Quest fan, and NES 2 scares me. Yeah. Yeah, we'll at least do those. Your wife killed people in line when Dragon Quest 3 came out. Now the funny thing is she didn't. I don't think she really played Dragon Quest on like original Famicom. I think she mainly played it when they got phone ports. I'll have to clarify with her. But I think that's what ended up happening. She got Dragon Quest on her phone. It gave her something to do while she was on the train. And she just ground away at them on there. Was there TMT1 the one that nobody liked? I like it. Was it? Yes. No. Sorry. No, that was from TMNT 2, the arcade game. The one that everybody likes. I actually think TMNT 1's pretty neat. Of course, I don't get locked down at the dam. I've almost beaten it. The Technodrome feels kind of impossible to me, but I can get to the Technodrome, which I'm pretty proud of. 5 is a mixed bag. Prefer the original some ways. Remakes add 4th party slot and gameplay aside. Most players will really want the extra slot late game. There's a hack for the Super Famicom version to give you 4 party members. Favorite version of 5 is on PS2. Got good at the dam, never made it past level 3. I had Nintendo Power to get me past level 3. I had Nintendo Power to get me past some of the hard parts and all the way to the Technodrome as it turned out. So. But yeah. Anyway, chat, I'm gonna get started, honestly. I don't think there's gonna be a terrible lot to talk about. Well, like Dragon Quest itself, I'll certainly narrate what's going on, but like we can continue. I would certainly enjoy talking about the Dragon Quest series as a whole while we do this to give myself an idea of what to look forward to and how I should approach future installments. So yeah. Perhaps of all the games we played, this will be the least impactful towards our normal ramblings. But you're active by quarantine. So yeah, schedule reminder. I don't know, man. The plan is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays. Whichever of those days I can stream, we're gonna do Dragon Quest until I get tired of it. Or I get inspired to do something else. So I'm gonna do Dragon Quest 1. If I beat it, we're gonna do Dragon Quest 2. If I beat that, we're gonna do Dragon Quest 3, and so on and so forth. I don't anticipate spending months and months and months doing this. I imagine I'll get distracted by something, perhaps as soon as next week, even. But we'll see. We're gonna play this by ear. It's, again, non-committal. We're doing whatever. Tentative plan for Thursday is to finally do y'all's, I shouldn't say that, our Game Boy request night. However, if I have to cancel it again, I'm probably just gonna move on. So one way or another, well, if we end up doing it on Thursday, I may want to do the rest of the games on Saturday, because there's too many to do in one night. So, again, we'll see. We'll see what happens. And then Friday should be some kind of variety night, but again, we'll see. Everything is we'll see. I hope y'all are prepared for a new order of magnitude of chaos here. Finally saw someone stream Blueprints tonight. It was pretty cool. Add to the wish list. Yeah, I really want to play Blueprints at some point. I don't know if I'm in good shape to attack it now, but someday I'm gonna get to Blueprints. Just want to say one thing: if the analog finally ships and you aren't feeling Ocarina of Time, that's completely valid. Thank you. Thank you. Because yeah, if we're gonna do that at long last, I want to make sure I'm in a good headspace for it. I want to make sure that I'm in a place where I can commit to it, and I can make it entertaining and enjoy it. Y'all can enjoy it vicariously through me, and so on and so forth. So stuff is just really uncertain right now, chat. Not in terms of like. Just so we understand, my life is pretty stable. Like I'm gonna be fine. My family's gonna be fine. We're getting by just fine. It's just the things that I'm doing to get by they're hard on my psyche. I'm not handling any of this particularly well because, I mean, frankly, it's been such a difficult year for a lot of reasons, and this has only made it harder. So yeah, it's gonna have a big impact on streams, just because, you know, when I'm streaming, I'm an entertainer, you know. I am in a sense performing for y'all, though I don't put on any kind of character or airs. You know, it takes effort to stream. It takes a degree of emotional stability, and I don't have a whole lot of that right now. So just to say. Thank you, Eva. I appreciate that. Thank you, Manic. I really appreciate that. I do. Personally, been trying to pivot into indie games after losing your job earlier this year, so yeah, it's real tough for everybody. Final buy your feet. If I thought anyone would buy them. Thank you, Satellites. Thank all of you. Thanks to all of you for being so understanding and so supportive. I really do appreciate it, you know. I feel extremely fortunate to have a community like this. That's not, you know, it's not entirely dependent on me being out here streaming and entertaining every night, you know. Y'all can get by without me for a couple days. And y'all are still here when I come back. And that's, you know, that's huge for me. I really appreciate that. So, thank you. My favorite for Dragon Quest 1 in particular, the NES version we got was very different from the Famicom version. We got was basically a total remake. Huh. Thank you, Ms. Roy. Good evening, Fury. Good to see you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Never got the whole feet. You know, I don't either. But again, you can fetishize anything. Put your mind to it. Forgive you ever skip stream and take your time rolling. I thought it would pay the bills. Seriously. Usually increase the memory and redid it on the graphics. Famicom Dragon Quest wanted the password save. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right. What's up, Zem? Good to see you. No, it's true. It's true. It is a pretty innocent one, to be fair, so. Mine's pretty shattered, not because your absence is definitely odd not hanging out here. Yeah, I am sorry about that. But I fail when I can't facilitate the hangout here, so. There's always Discord. I know Discord isn't everybody's thing, but folks keep the Discord rolling in my absence, so. I've been duped into reinstalling Warframe. I don't know, that sounds like a pretty good time. Let's get to it, chat. I'm not gonna preface this any further. It's Dragon Quest. You know what Dragon Quest is. You're probably familiar with the NES one. Possibly familiar with the recent 2D HD remake. Don't know how familiar with the Super Famicom version everybody is, but that's what we're gonna be playing. So, I think, let's get to it. I did play a night of this once before. Long time back, when I was considering launching into the Dragon Quest series. I'm not gonna pick up that save, I'm gonna start over. Yeah, Super Famicom, having played both of them, the Super Famicom version is definitely what I prefer. I can't even find it. Where'd my... There we go. That's what I needed. Trails in the Sky can go real time. I don't see why Dragon Quest couldn't. Oh, the heresy. Don't want any of them to go real time. Yeah, I think I've always thought that we have basically the two. We have two excellent examples of what to do with a long-running JRPG franchise in Dragon Quest and in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is constantly reinventing itself. Final Fantasy 16 has basically nothing in common with Final Fantasy 1. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. And that's fine. That's okay. It's good for series to transform and experiment, and it doesn't always work out. And there are some Final Fantasies that I absolutely hate because they tried new things. But you know what? Overall, it's good that they did. On the other end of the spectrum, you have Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is a constant. Whatever Dragon Quest you pick up, it's going to have some common DNA with the other ones. Some a lot more than others, but like Dragon Quest is that old standby that you can always depend on. I really kind of think it's in their best interest not to reinvent Dragon Quest, to not get really crazy and experimental with it. So yeah. Dragon Quest race towards carcinization immediately. Yeah, kind of a core part of what makes Dragon Quest so cozy. Yeah, and I totally get that. You know, what makes Final Fantasy cozy for me is being able to go back to the old one. You know, I respect the new ones for doing new and exciting things, and some of them I absolutely love. You know, you know, Final Fantasy X is my second favorite Final Fantasy ever after 6. Because of all the wild and crazy things it does to differentiate itself from previous Final Fantasy. I think all 3 of the PS1 Final Fantasies are really notable for what they try to do. And obviously, in the case of 7, it worked gangbusters for them. So I might not particularly care for Final Fantasy 13, but I still respect what it tried to do. But again, we need, like, Dragon Quest! Dragon Quest and Dragon Quest. You beaten OG Dragon Quest 1? No. I have never beaten a Dragon Quest. I've only really played 1 and 2. And I got really far into 2, but I didn't beat it. Because it's 2. And there is a specific cave in 2 that churns people right the fuck out of that game. Let us begin a new adventure in Adventure Log. We're on Adventure Log 2. I almost said not even 2, then I remembered the cave. Yes, the cave. Yeah, 1 is, yeah, 1, I'm aware that 1 is pretty straightforward. And honestly, again, that's why we're doing it. I want something simple, straightforward, also something that I could take a break from for a couple days or even a week and not really miss anything. Please spell a name is sure as a way to phrase it. Fashion log into toboggan. Play-Doh hiding in that cave is that way people leave. Hoodie. Command? We have Eric Gubsy. We might as well play. I don't know about that. Oh my god, that's a foul name. I don't know. I don't know what to call our character this time. I'm not feeling particularly, yeah. I kind of want to give him a real name. Sonic. Thou? Is this gonna get really confusing? I guess, I mean, is there in the title, isn't it? Mr. Thou. Yes, we'll be Mr. Thou. Mr. Thou? Okay. Hang on. Oh yeah, we do get periods. Okay. Okay, we can do this. Mr. Boy, that barely fits. 8 characters. All right, cool. Here we go. Art by Kira Toriyama. That's right. Oh, you didn't know he did Dragon Quest? Yeah, that's a huge reason why it was so big too. Yeah, Mr. T's full name. All right. Message speed. Fast. We want fast, right? Otherwise, this is gonna take like 500,000 years, right? But it's not gonna be so fast that we don't know what's going on, right? Okay, cool. Fast. Fast, please. Ah, Mr. Thou, descendant of the legendary warrior Roto. We've been waiting your arrival. Long ago, the legendary warrior Roto was given the light orb by the gods. With its powers, it defeated the demons that had covered this world. One of the most translated phrases in existence. Covered this world. Fun fact, Toriyama loved doing Dragon Quest as Tori couldn't draw for shit, so he just accept anything Toriyama put in. That's awesome. Then the evil King Dragon appeared. He stole the light orb and sealed it away in darkness. Before long, this world may be totally enveloped and destroyed by this darkness. Hero Mr. Thou, please defeat King Dragon and return the light orb by any means possible. Any means? What does he think we're gonna do for this thing? You have the treasure chest over there. The contents should aid you in your journey. Also, if you speak to the soldiers in this room, they can give you important information about your journey. Well then, be off, hero Mr. Thou. Yay, it's us! Mr. Thou, with the treasure chest, found 100 trade gold. So, the other thing I really like about this one, there's a shortcut button. R on the Super NES controller just goes straight to interact. It's great. Just that in the treasure chest. What? You found the torch! I can't believe it. It's a torch. Yeah, another big reason why I wanted to do this one. It's gonna make going through the Dragon Quest games tough. I accept it, but I hate the Dragon Quest menu system. Playing through Earthbound reinforced that. I really don't like it. What? You found the magic key? Oh my god. Mr. Thou, do you know about Princess Laura? No. Princess Laura is the only beloved daughter of the king, so when the queen passed away, Princess Laura helped support the king's broken heart. Then half a year ago, the princess was kidnapped by demons. The king doesn't ever speak about that, but I know he is suffering from the depths of his heart. Also, this might be a little loud. You know, pull this down a little bit. Let's do that. Maybe King Dragon is a big bad in the next High Fantasy campaign I run. Laura! Laura! Half-time movement system is real weird to get used to compared to Final Fantasy. It kinda is. Yeah, but it'll be okay. Mr. Thou, please go forth and rescue Princess Laura. When you leave the castle, you'll see a town in the vicinity. You can purchase weapons and armor there. If you're wounded in battle, return to the town and stay at the inn so your wounds will heal. Ah, no. Go away. When you open the treasure chest, you should find a magic key. The key will disappear after you use it once. You can only open one door with each of those keys. Your journey will now begin. Booty dude. Also, I don't have to use the stairs command to go up and down stairs. Record your journey can be written in the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. When you return from a break and be resumed where you left off. I think weirdly the music of this game feels the furthest from the stereotypical SNES sound font. I agree. I think most Super NES games didn't really use like the synth woodwinds the way this does. But you know, this one's trying really hard to emulate the sound of the original NES game, so. If you ever want to rest from your travels, come back. The king will record your journey for you in the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. This is Ratatome? Many people would gather here since this place was a paradise. What did they call this in Dragon Warrior? Was this Middenhall, or was that Dragon Quest II? Yep, original required the menu for all the things. Tantagle, that's it. Tantagle. Okay, yeah, so Middenhall is the second game. Then all the demons appeared. I think Breckenary is the name of the town outside. I always thought it was Tantagle Castle and the town of Breckenary. All the demons, Durple. All the demons. Oh, Princess Laura! Where could she be? Could it be that she is dead? Oh no! When it sounded like thought, Mr. Thou, please forget what I just said. Done and done. I'm a traveling merchant. Many of my colleagues were killed by minions of King Dragon. Because of this, I've collected mortifying and sorrowful memories of those times. Hail, hero. I've been horribly traumatized. Did you hear? No. Whereas there's a town that was destroyed by the demons. Tears for Drago. The door. No, let me in. Fucker. Their versions make it Tangital Castle and Tangital Village is the Kingdom of Tangital. Okay. Gain experience in levels, you must fight monsters. When you do that, hero Mr. Thou, you may rise to the next level and you'll become stronger. That's name of the game, man. That's what we're here to do. My girlfriend and I will be together until the day we die. Will the day come that my feelings will be shattered by demons? Not your feelings, your mortal body. And together with my boyfriend, I forget about the darkness that continues to blanket our world. See, that's a much better way to put it. Blanket sounds so much more natural than covered. Remember, go up! However, that is a lie. If the world is destroyed, he says that our love will be too. Well, don't... A magic key is necessary to open this door. Also, I hear the magic key will break after just one use. Not very magic then, is it? Unless the magic is that it sucks. When you enter a cave, it's good to have a torch because caves are filled with the powers of darkness, and there are more monsters in caves than out in the countryside. Oh, Princess Laura, sob. Love in the world, and then if world is destroyed, it contain your love, your love. When the dragon of darkness spreads its wings, it marks the arrival of the descendants of Roto. May the light shine upon the darkness. Oh gods! May the light shine upon the hero of legend, Mr. Thou! Roto. Would that be who we know in English as Erdrick? Welcome to Ratatome Castle. Cool, okay. Welcome to the town of Ratatome. Legit funny gag in the HTTD version where they imply the magic key is always scamming people and say something, please don't tell anyone. Else you got an unlimited use one or else they might beat me up. Sometimes Loto. Okay, yeah. The whole LR thing. So it goes. Please go inside and talk across the counter. How we doing? I got nothing. I have nothing. No, yeah, I know there's no one in front of me. I have a torch. The king sent me out into the world with... Well, he gave me some money, at least. I'll buy something. What would you like to buy? Give me a club. Yes, I would like to equip this right now. It's best to equip things right after you purchase them. I would like... I guess... If I can hold out for 10 gold, I can get leather clothes. Yep, literally naked 6 clothes or armor. Yeah, what's he fucking wearing? In, like, his sprite is armored to the gills. But apparently I'm not even wearing clothes? What the hell, man? When you leave this town, travel, beware of bridges. Terrible monsters are waiting to strike unprepared travelers. I'm traveling merged with the town of Garai, which is far to the north of this town. A small town on the northwest peninsula. With every move I made, I was swarmed asunder. I was swarmed asunder by horrible monsters. It's been a miraculous and depressing struggle. It's too real, chat. It's too real. Thanks, King. Can you give the hero descend from Roto or whatever, anything? Drawn on with Sharpie, body paint, plot armor. Character worked out a lot and made natural blue armor. NES instruction manual said better than being naked about plain clothes. Thing I always thought was a cute detail in Dragon Quest, they don't mirror the sprite side, so you can see the shield holding hand, the sword holding hand instead of swapping. Oh, you're right! Oh, yeah. That's a nice little bit of consideration. Many brave young souls have set out for Ratatome on their travels only to perish, but for you, I wish the best of luck. You're not like those other folk. You'll be fine, I'm sure. This is the vault where you can store golden items. How may I help you? Is this an original Dragon Quest? Or is this something they added to the Super Famicom version? Oh, it is, okay. Cough, cough. Mr. Thou, take care of walking the poisonous swamps. You'll lose life and become weaker with each step. Literally everyone else has died. I'm sure it'll be fine. Measures for coughing. Yeah, I had no memory of that. Of course, I wouldn't have used it. I would have been too stubborn. No, I'm not Princess Laura, but hey, you're one handsome stud. I'm not letting you out of my sight. Alright, new party member. Welcome to the item shop. Please come inside. Maybe later. South of Ratatome Castle on the other side of the sea, you will see another castle that is enshrouded by a thick fog. That is King Dragon's castle. It's unimaginably frightful. Oh, he did a little jiggle. He was all scared. Aw, this totally looks like a place where you'd hide something. So the vault originated in NES 3, so it got added to this version. Descendant Roto, do you have a proof? Nope. Only true descendants of Roto bear proof. Oh, you're gonna feel really fucking stupid when I come back with proof. Did you know? No. Seems there's a town somewhere that sells magic. God. Can we just import these things? They take half steps is gonna be a big problem since the game refuses to let you pass unless you're on like exactly the same horizontal vertical plane. Yeah, it takes some getting used to. I haven't played this version before, so. Legendary minstrel Garai played a silver harp. I heard it was buried with him inside his grave. Get the fuck out of my way. Thank you. Studying some spells will help undo a curse. If you ever curse, come to me. I will certainly help you. No, seriously. I'll definitely help you. Love these lazy assholes. Whoever's there, please inform the king of our situation. The rescue party for Princess Laura was wiped out. Before long, I'll succumb to the same fate. Why did you crawl into the corner of town where no one could see you, dumbass? Zelda also lets you do that in dungeons, at least doesn't have NPCs in the way while you wander town. True. Alright, chat. It's time for the true Dragon Quest experience. Wandering around, beating the shit out of slimes. Oh, this is exactly what I wanted, chat. Because he doesn't have insurance. Jeez. That lady did stop following me. She was like, wait, you're actually going out there, aren't you? Well, shit. Never mind. It's an Oathbreaker. Alright, if I get 2 more gold, I can get some stuff to put on my naked body. And then I will be much better prepared for the trials and travails ahead. Where's all the normal slimes, man? Alright. Oh, weird. You actually have to step on the center tile of the town. It's not actually 2 tiles. It's a middle, like... It's a middle tile, and then, like, 2 decorative half tiles. When do we meet Lord British? He's dead. They killed him in Ultima Online. I always thought the little battle window in this one was cute. Me too. Me too. I kind of wish they had stuck with that. The whole, like, black void of battle in, like, Dragon Quest II always put me off a bit. All the normal slimes were shamed and became red from blushing. Alright, give me them leather clothes. Yes, I would like to dress myself right before your eyes. Alright. Next up, we need 90 gold for a shield. So the Dragon Warrior Nintendo Power Pages, I thought you were playing in Ultima and was even more worried. That would be a distinct cry for help. No. Yoshi P is in Final Fantasy XIV's director as one of the Ultima Online beta testers. Witnessed Lord British getting killed. That's awesome. Awesome. Upgrade from naked body to Gimsy. What's thou like to equip this now? God, you're naked! Mr. Thou rose to level 2. Strength increased by 2. Max HP increased by 6. Cool. Good. I like it. Backgrounds are also had NES, Dragon Warrior, and localization, so Japanese players had no reason to expect them. Man. Yeah, I always like that about Dragon Warrior. Terrific move! Not going backgrounds give them a little more freedom to do stuff with the sprites. I get that. Oh, these backgrounds are really nice, though. What was the first Dragon Quest where you could see the party in battle? Dragon Quest 8? Jesus! That's crazy. But, that's Dragon Quest. That surely is Dragon Quest for you. My moves are terrific, chat. Really pretty water. I like it. I like the cucumber-looking trees. Oh, critical hit was translated as terrific move. Very sharp, sir. You need to show them an 8 because they had pre-Lady Super Saiyan transformation. And Angelo. Yes, I remember Terrific Blow from Dragon Warrior 2. Not my Dragon Warrior. Harumph. Mentioned this back when I got back when I was a young Mizra and played this on NES. Whenever I got very close to leveling, I came back here to kill slime so I could take over the XP exactly. That's funny. His big battle gimmick is you skip turns, power yourself up, and you do it enough, you go Super Saiyan. Nice. Nice. Has a very risk-reward feel to it. Oh, no. Oh, interesting. There's a shortcut for that. Oh, I have no idea how much experience I need for the next level. I still have to talk to King for that. That's fine. I'm gonna smack slimes until level 3. And then we'll rest at the inn. We'll save, and we'll venture further afield. Watching the ancient Game Grumps play Pokemon Fire Red, 100% forgot that Aaron named the pro tag. I didn't. It's not like I didn't find a Pokeball. I didn't defeat Gym Trainer Oddish. I do need enough experiences, forsooth. None. Hey, there we go. After that, rose level 3, strength increased by 2, speed increased by 2, vitality increased by 1, max HP increased by 2, max MP increased by 4. I learned how to heal. Cool. One weird thing about Dragon Quest old school design, even when they quality of life on, they tend to keep the old method. Later Dragon Quest games, you can see your experience, you can still ask how much you need at church. It's a nice compromise. A nice little nod to their origins. I have 36 G's. One night is 3 gold. I can pay that. Dragon Quest 11, you can zoom inside a building, but evac still exists. You mean name Link, I say, in Ocarina of Time, you make like 7% of the NPCs into Foghorn and Leghorn. Good morning, please stay with us again. Oh, lady. I surely will. Okay. At 23 HP and 4 MP. Good. Let's go save, and then let's be ballsy. I kind of wish companies still made, like, nice, compact RPGs like this, you know? I'm sure there are indie developers that do, but, like, you ask me, every RPG doesn't need to be, like, an 80-hour sprawling epic. There's plenty of those already. Like, I kind of want an RPG where, like, yeah, you've got the main town, the main castle, and you just kind of wander afield from there, work your way through a couple plot beats, and face the big bad. I need 24 experience for my next level. So Bubdrick made all the way to level 10. And I kind of think, you know, me being older, me having adult responsibilities, I'm kind of less and less inclined to dive into like a huge RPG that's going to take me weeks, possibly months to get through. So I kind of imagine that the market for nice, tight, cozy RPGs like this is expanding. Hey, let's go in this cave. I can see. I don't think there's anything in this cave except the thing at the end. And torch hath massive headlight. Also, I always found it very interesting this cave has no enemies in it. The very first cave in the very first Dragon Quest has no enemies in it. Mr. Thou reads the tombstone. A message is etched into it. Descendant, my name is Roto. 3 items are necessary to cross to the island of Evil, which can be seen from Ratatome Castle. I collected these items, crossed the island, and defeated the evil king. I then entrusted those items to 3 wise men in the kingdom. Their descendants protect those items and await your arrival. When an evil demon rises once again on the island, collect those items and slay the creature. The 3 men await your arrival somewhere in this land. Go forth, my descendant. Okay, man. I want the player to feel like they shouldn't explore, I guess. Yeah. Loto wrote this before burying himself. The Dragon Quest cave theme is also very pleasing. Very pleasing to the ear. While those old games were made, there's a Dragon Lord out there. Go kill him. Good luck getting direction, buddy. It is kind of crazy to think how long it took. Oh, hello. Goost. I got a goost. How long it took games to get good about directing the player. How much experimentation and trial and error it took. 5 damage. That went by too fast for me to read. I may have set the message speed a little too fast. Yeah, we somehow managed to get through the game and find things we need. Well, a huge amount of the playtime in these old games can be attributed to wandering around directionless and experimenting. I think people have less... I think it was a natural result of the game industry growing and expanding. Like, people have less patience for aimless wandering in these games because there's so many more games they could be playing, you know? People absolutely do not want to feel like they're wasting time in video games anymore, you know? Game came with a guide in the manual, at least over here. Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Quest and Final Fantasies basically had walkthroughs, at least for the early portions of the game in their manuals, because they wanted to make sure people actually got some traction with these things, because they were so different from everything else that people were playing at the time, you know? It can be hard to remember, but, you know, the NES was a lot of, like, arcade games and very simple platformers early on. Kind of part of the intent for Dragon Quest, no matter what, you're making some kind of progress, yeah. And that was a smart design, you know. That's obviously a core element of Dragon Quest's appeal. Is it doesn't really matter if you get lost, because you're still gonna fight enemies, and you're gonna gain experience, and you're gonna level up, and you're gonna make progress towards your ultimate goal. You die, you keep experience in these games, yeah. And I like that. I'm very glad they do that. We had no clue where to go the first play. We liked it both ways with the snow, etc., etc. Made to the end. We got clues just enough to find the stuff. The real fantasy is your effort will definitely be rewarded. Level 4. Strength increased by 1. Speed increased by 2. Vitality increased by 1. HP increased by 6. MP increased by 7. And I learned Fireball. Do 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 do. There's a Drakey or Draki, or I always forget how to pronounce this. Every time these fuckers show up, y'all correct me one way or the other. You need to find the interview. There's one with Jorge around when Dragon Quest 1 came out, where he talked about wanting to make an adventure game where you never truly plateaued. Draki now. Then as that big battle window was, I said I cast Fireball. Draki. D-Rizzle. Welcome to... Would you like to hear my song? No. I see. If you ever want to hear my song, please come back and see. Fine. Play your stupid goddamn song. Ahem. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm training right now, but someday I want to become as talented as Garai. Don't quit your day job. I'm in Garai, the town of the ancient minstrel. Get the fuck out of my way, lady. Also, another way to publicly apologize. I Dragon Quest 2 game. What you got? Oh boy. Actually, wait. I can afford the shield. And from Ratatome, there was a cave halfway on your way here. That cave is said to be for the worship of the legendary warrior Roto. Do you think he wants to be worshipped? Amazing how well Dragon Quest Builders worked out. Dude, seriously. It pains me a little bit because I do feel like Dragon Quest Builders is overall an improvement on the Minecraft formula. I really wish more people had played it. Very long ago, after a lengthy struggle, the minstrel Garai ended his long journey in this land and built this town. Therefore, this place is called the town of Garai. Think about it, another thing that Dragon Quest did, not a lot of adventure games did, is everything has a hint somewhere. Saw everything. A monster kidnapped the princess Ratatome and flew her to the east. Is there any brave person who can help the princess? No. Oh, the poor princess. Item shop. Stuff. I guess we'll start wandering back towards Ratatome. All I can think of when I hear that name is Ratatouille. I wonder how it decides which background you're gonna get if you're halfway between two of them. Grandmaster Tome. Let's be wise. Mr. Thou cast heal. Mr. Thou's wounds were healed. No reason to put it off any longer, really. Everybody missing. I worked today, chat. I had yesterday off, but I worked today. I worked Sunday, Saturday. I think I told y'all. I worked 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday. That was an experience. That was really weird. Getting up in the dead of night, driving to work in the fog and the darkness, then coming out and being like just after lunchtime, and I've still got like the rest of my day ahead of me. At least they're giving you the hours. Yeah, I am not complaining. I gotta say this part-time job has actually worked out really well, and I like it. I honestly really like it. Oh, I see some poison-ass swamp down there. The guy that flips off the customers. Maybe I will be in a couple of years. No, I actually work in the meat and produce section, stocking stuff and prettying things up. And I must admit, it really appeals to my sense of order and organizing things. I love organizing things. Y'all can't see it because the camera's like here. But I'm one of those weirdos that like lays everything out on their desk like perfectly aligned, like right next to each other. And meat produces a lot. Having only half the day is pretty nice. Yeah. Senior collection of stream spreadsheets. Yeah. The PowerPoints. If nothing else, I'm pretty sure the PowerPoints gave it away. It's a meat free. I want to hit level 5. Give me level 5. Sometimes I go to work and come out, it's still dark because third shift. Yeah, today I worked 9 to 5, and with the time change when I came out, it was dark. That was kind of gross, but yeah. Just call me a weirdo. I would never. The first Pretty Cure OP stuck in my head. I mean, Pretty Cure has always had a really, really catchy soundtrack. Terrific move. 12 damage. Hell yes. I want that. I want it. I want it, chat. I need it. I want it. I need it. I gotta have it. One of the rare cases where I'm really enjoying the high encounter rate. Lost your employment, I'd be a dick and wait until after Black Friday and see if I can find something. I think that's perfectly reasonable. Really sucks that they're doing that to you. One thing I wouldn't mind if Final Fantasy adapted from Dragon Quest to satisfying level up noise. Yeah, there's no real fanfare, is there? Love that dopamine rush from it. It is nice. Does food stamps? Oh yeah. Everything is fucked these days. Everything. First thing I think of was Final Fantasy 3 on DS, where your party does little backflips if they level. By my 20s, I worked at a bookstore and at a 6 a.m. 3 p.m. shift. I liked having so much of the day available after it. I had to get to sleep so early. Trade-offs and everything. Yeah, the grocery store I work at has they have the option. Some people's shifts start at 4 a.m. So, in theory, I could do an 8-hour shift from 4 a.m. to like noon, but I don't think I'd ever be able to stream again. There's no way I could stay up late enough after that. I went to bed pretty early on Sunday after getting up at like 4:30 in the morning. Hey! Mr. Thou rose level 5. Strength increased by 3. Speed increased by 2. Vitality increased by 1. HP and MP both up by 4. And I found a little bit of gold. Go save. High encounter rate is abusive because fights aren't nearly as much of an involved deal if you're level appropriate. No extra song, no menu diving, no pausing for the loot wrap up. Yeah. I mean, and it's, you know, they're one-on-one fight. None of them are mechanically complicated. Yeah, a high encounter rate is fine if the battles are simple. The more complicated the battles are, the lower the encounter rate needs to be. There's a sweet spot in RPGs of how much time you should be spending in battles. And it doesn't really change, is the thing. If your battles are short, you can have more battles. If your battles are long and complicated, you need to have fewer battles. And that goes double for strategy RPGs. I'm kind of the opinion the strategy RPGs shouldn't really have random encounters at all. I can buy a good-ass sword, chat. I'm gonna buy a good-ass sword. Oh, yeah. 4 points of defense compared to 6 points of offense? Hell yeah. I'd like to sell my shitty club. 30 gold, hell yes. Oh man. I'm well on my way to getting a shield. I think I'll get the shield and then chat. I'll take my first step into a wider world and cross a bridge. Try to look for the Aurora outside, but no joy. Yeah, I'm too far south for that, unfortunately. So put you off Claire Obscure, the fights I've watched take too fucking long. Yeah, Claire Obscure seems like a pretty, like, it's got a well thought out, complicated battle system, which, you know, isn't what everybody's gonna be looking for. Bounce off it due to that. At a certain point, the enemies start getting really long animations to go with the pairing. I'm just like, dog, I want to move on. Every strategy RPG I've played recently has random battles opt-in only. See, that's smart. That's good. Yeah, 108 experience for the next one. The dark side of time hits. It's an interesting thing. Needing to balance out player effort in an RPG, you know? Because not for nothing, a lot of people, myself included, come to RPGs to relax, you know, to kick back, to take it easy. You know, if I've got to be timing out all my hits and strategizing over each battle, that's gonna make things tough. Final Fantasy X had a really good balance. The battles in Final Fantasy X had a degree of complexity. Boss battles certainly did. And the further you got in the game, the fights got more complicated. They didn't necessarily get longer. And I appreciated that. Pokemon is a weird system. Early game, some battles can drag because low stats, weak attacks. Late game, depending on matchup, you start one-shotting everything. The Dark Souls of Super Mario RPG. Pick your battles, pick fewer battles, and that put some battles back. That's still too many battles. Okay, I crossed the bridge. Where's my new monsters? Spinning around for 15 seconds and integrating 3 feints in a random enemy's normal attack is impressive, but I also feel myself dying of old age. Speaking of having to balance effort, I finally got somewhere in Raft. Do you know how much you have to do in that game to find plot? It's a lot. Yeah, I've watched some Let's Plays and stuff of Raft. I do want to get it. I'm interested in playing it myself, but yeah. One of the things I've been thinking about, chat, I am close to, I am on the cusp of going back to Satisfactory. I'm just waiting for their 1.2 update. Because they're going to add a whole bunch of cool shit to their 1.2 update. And I really want to play it once that stuff is in. Kind of prefer the Shadow Hearts and Lost Odyssey method where you time your hits but defends more traditional RPG. Fun fact, Raft uses the same letters as fart. I've crossed 2 bridges now, chat. Have I gone too far? It's a Magidrakey. Thou can reach this here without bridgery doth near count. Oh, you make a good point. You make a good point. Uh-oh. Okay. I think Magidrakeys can fireball you. And it hurts like a motherfucker. Playing Shadow Hearts, time hits the merchants to threaten. I mean, get a discount. A town. I finished the Fire Red playthrough. I'm gonna see about watching some Fear and Hunger 2. The first one's a thing, so I'm gonna peep the next one. Yep. I am deeply fascinated by Fear and Hunger. I don't know that I will ever play it myself. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was bad, but it wasn't too bad. But I'm holding off on looking up anything about Fear and Hunger 2 because I've heard that that one's a bit more reasonable with its extremes, and I might actually want to play that one myself. I've never ever played another RPG where I created a merchant and get 20% off a weapon. See the Magidrakey's teeth as eyes? It gives an exposed brain vibe. Oh, I'll have to try that. The canopy shading here is super pretty, yeah. Good day, this is the village of Myra. Yeah, that's a really nice effect. Hey, get a load of this. The husband of poor Cleo over there skipped town to buy some magic keys. That good-for-nothing man left behind his lovely wife. I mean, really. That's all right. I didn't want to be a burden on his dreams. Cleo, you deserve better. Oh no, the shop doesn't have the legendary sword either, and after all I went through. Fear and Hunger 2 has a very interesting narrative mechanic. What you got? Oh, I can get myself a leather shield. How about that? Let's do it. Watch 2 playthroughs to look outside this hell of a game. It looks like no ports. Hey you! I can see that soon. I can see that soon when a beautiful woman looks upon the face of the hero, she will fall in love. What a lucky person. Save up 3,000, coward. Oh, we'll get there. Don't worry. We're in it to win it. Dream of getting magic keys, honey, was not right for you. Have you already traveled the island south here? No. I hear that Rimuldar is on that island to the south. Rimuldar. Hey, good looking. How'd you like a puff puff? It's only 20 gold. I mean, how could I refuse? Ooh, alright then. Let's start. Puff, puff, puff. Puff, puff, puff. Puff, puff, puff. Puff, puff, puff. Isn't that wonderful? Puff, 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 puff. That's it. Thank you very much. Please come again. We're encouraging the local economy. Worth it. Any more party members? I imagine soon. So I think it's kind of cute about the remake of Dragon Quest 1 is they give your protag a lot of little animations. You kind of see him physically react to character stuff. See, that's cool. This is an open-air bath. Lanes a bit. Travelers in 12 gold? Hell no. Fuck off. Goodbye, traveler. I hope that nothing bad befalls you. Puff, puff, puff. How wonderful. Dragon's one Madarama replace puff with flap. Gagging anywhere you do this, you're just rubbing a pair of slimes on either side of your head with a blindfold. Anything else in the vicinity? The magic Drakey did not see thee. Hell yeah. And I got my 20 gold back. Apparently a good puff puff is only worth 1 magic Drakey. Ow, okay, that does hurt. That is fairly painful. Favorite is a version of 7 where it is pull out comedically huge trombone and play puff puff in the air. Heal up! Whoa, it's a mage. What a creepy looking fucker this is. Ow. Wow, he's worth less than a magic Drakey. Trying to go over a weird woman mutter puff puff in yours is some kind of ASMR thing. 12 gold for a room at the inn is a bridge too far. Priorities, alright. Like Dragon Quest VIII's interpretation. Inn's only 3 gold back home. Oh, I know. And we gotta go back there to save anyway. Bring. Bridge is too far, that's how we find the good enemies, though. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Any bullshit out in the desert? It's a giant-ass scorpion. This thing has really high defense. Alright, we're gonna furball it. That is a nice effect. I like that. Do super cheap, you can get MP refill free unlimited at the main castle. Ass Scorpion's the worst kind to get. Where's the metal slime when you're 200 level and under equipped to do any damage to it? Forget which Dragon Quest, but there's one where the hero just gets kicked off a cliff blindfolded to puff puff the clouds. That was worth quite a bit though. Boost! It's a scary gun. Never mind. I find the mages kind of creepy. Cause, hey, they look like charred corpses, honestly. Strength increased by 4, max HP increased by 4, max MP increased by 4. Mage just wants to romance your neck. Beetle deedle deedle. Alright, we need to stick around town. This game makes it really like I think it's an element of it being so straightforward, so streamlined. But leveling in this game is really satisfying. You know? It has a very clear, very tangible effect on your progress. Seeing mages, my cards. I ordered for ordered ages to finish the deck I want for Halloween. Will be here tomorrow. Well, better late than never, I guess. One thing I kind of love about low level cap JRPGs, yeah. With a lot of, especially more modern RPGs, like, your levels just kind of fly by. They don't really feel very impactful anymore. But every level in a game like DQ1 is important. Ease also tends to do that because of low level cap. I'm kind of wondering if this job I have is gonna make me stronger, because it's hauling around a lot of big ass boxes. Terrific move. Low numbers, I think, help make the big step way more impactful unless you're disguised to your comedic absurdity. Yeah. This guy, in a lot of ways. Oh shit. Oh shit. Hopefully, we can get through this guy's armor before he murders us. We gotta flee. Oh, I think we're gonna die. There was no escape! Imagine to spend hours grinding an Undertale or something. Oh, Mr. Thou, it seems you've died. In battle. I'm not a harsh person, so I will give you another chance. If you're wounded in battle, make your way to a town and seek lodging at an inn. I pray that this does not happen again. Yeah, big same. 140 experience. Yeah, let's go ahead and save. You realize Mr. Thou was killed by an ass scorpion. They took half my gold. King has power over life and death. What a fucking nightmare. I know, right, Naren? Scorpions. Rested Scorpus. Saying the guy who's your only chance of fixing all this. How generous. Yeah, tell me about it. Power over life and death, it takes half the wealth of anyone he revives. Yeah, I see how this goes. I see what kind of racket he's running. We all get it. Well, there's some kind of bang in this game where you can deposit your G. The King Lord Britished you. Sounds vaguely dirty. Checks on you, your majesty, I was broke as fuck. So that's the, okay. So eventually we're gonna go down to that cave. And cross over to the southern island, continent, whatever. Lord British is what you order at Puff Puff. Now I heard that in the Majesty game narrator voice. That was here for round 2, Scorpions. Yeah, now I got my magic back. I'll fireball your fucking faces off. Just like I'm getting fireballed. You know what's strange to me? I know there's certain items in this game where you gotta search the ground to find them. But they added a command to search the ground basically anywhere. And didn't hide just like random stuff around the world. Like, I feel like that would have been... It would have been fun to have little secrets like that, you know? Majesty, the elves have come to join your prosperous domain. Jokes on your majesty, broke as fuck. Probably lots of stuff to find in HD Remake. Actually, that's a good question. Did they bother to hide stuff across the landscape in HD Remake? Oh, they added mini medals. Okay. A terrific move. Smashing. Simply smashing. Early Pokemon, they're invisible items. I mean, look, I came up on Final Fantasy 2, what we now know as Final Fantasy 4. They hid shit everywhere in that game, and I loved it. I was there for it. They had scrolls you can find that give additional powers. Wow, that's really cool. Final Fantasy 2, I had to hit all the characters. Whoa, we opened with Fireball. What an asshole. Heal. Oh, they fireballed me again. What a dickhead. Stop fireballing me. I need that in my life. Rose is in her house. Cecil's dad's only hidden because he's dead. Rydia's mom was super hidden. Edge's parents also both hidden. We kind of have to shove them back in the box. Hell yeah. Get exploded, idiot. Main cast, we only really don't know Kane's parents at all. We don't know Yang's parents, do we? I forget what it is. I like how some Dragon Quest lets you find stuff like boxer shorts inside of people's houses, a running gag item. Let me check the item shop, or the weapon shop here. Curious what kind of upgrade we can get for ourselves. What kind of upgrade we're working towards. Iron Axe is 560. I think there was an interim armor that was like 300. He's brought up by the king like a son. Ah, okay. Then there are two, maybe more. DOS Battletech RPGs. Crescent Hawk's Deception and Revenge. Cool. I don't think I should leave you now and also sacrifice myself. Bunch as part of the main cast. That's just me. I get where you're coming from. I think I understand. Please come again and actually buy something next time, dickhead. Peach, thank you so much for subscribing for 61 months. My God, can you believe it? What are we doing here? Look at us. That is a big number of months. It's 5 years and chain. Crazy. Five years and change, and I'm only just now getting Dragon Quest 1. Level 7! Strength increased by 5. Speed increased by 7. Max HP increased by 1. I learned sleep! Finally, I could sleep. Hope you're doing well too, Peach. I'm doing okay today. I had, by all accounts, a pretty good day. So I'm faster and stronger now. If I could start alpha striking some of these things, it'd be really nice. Wish I could learn sleep. Okay, might be able to one-shot mages, which is pretty nice. Subscriptions off to kindergarten. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna get that Iron Axe. I'm gonna do it. I can't resist. I'm gonna get that Iron Axe, and then I'm gonna go back to some town, and I'm gonna get that. I think it might be chainmail. It might be chainmail, iron, and then steel. Not Iron Axe, Iron Plainclothes, Temper Iron Axe. What's wrong with you? Okay, so Magic Drakes have exactly 12 hit points. Exactly. Chat, random ass question. What do you think of RPGs that have, like, variable enemy stats? Like, I know there are some RPGs where enemies don't actually have, like, they don't always have, like, 100 hit points. Sometimes they have, like, 95. Sometimes they have, like, 110. They fluctuate a bit. Got the new creamy vanilla Coke. What's the difference between this and Coke with vanilla? It's just cream soda. Caffeinated cream soda. Not that good. You like it? Skellington! Fireball him! Ow. Oh, ow. Fuck. Oh god, fireball him again. Okay, that was a little scary. I've experienced 42 gold. Hot shit. Oh, monies. Monies in the banks. Can be interesting, these old simple ones. Rarely notice it. Played game with that HP issue, I don't know it. Variance in HP is old school D&D stuff. If you notice, it's probably early on that you see it. Makes sense. Still an upgrade. An upgrade is an upgrade. Alright, I'm gonna head back towards the bridge. I'm gonna make sure, I'm pretty sure that other suit of armor is like 300 gold. It tastes like that dreamy flavor they put out a year or so back, maybe less cotton candy-y. This guy effectively relevels enemies from level 1. There we go, 15 damage. Current level, which leads to bell curve stat distribution, is not really noticeable. Thou hast ironed thine axe. The ladies are appalled. What's up, Del Polo? It gives the random skills are more noticeable. I think Fire Emblem Awakening on Lunatic plus difficulty, gaining all physical attack damage cancel. Oh, Jesus. Shitor and I decided if I can get working, we'll try Final Fantasy 14 again. You both miss it. It's good to have something comfortable like that in your life. I find it interesting about Dragon Quest 1 is a bit of a unique game flow where you're effectively making expeditions from Tangential Castle. It's cool, isn't it? And then once you find a new town, it's kind of like your new home base. You kind of just orbit around it for a while. I do like that vibe, as opposed to like, you know, Final Fantasy IV. We were always going somewhere. We always had somewhere to be in Final Fantasy IV. Honestly, going all the way back to Final Fantasy I, it was the same case. You never really based out of any particular town. Because you had the boat. And I mean, you know, when you're working on stuff like the Marsh Cave or getting the crown back, you're kind of stuck in and around Elfland, and when you're doing the Earth Cave, you're up in Melmond. But you know, it's true. It's a very different vibe in this game. I was gonna live out a 12 GP a night hotel, though. That's a scam. Suikoden, I guess, is kind of similar with their headquarters being where you tend to orbit around. Ready and never go back to Final Fantasy XIV, rebinding everything, relearning my job that I haven't played an expansion plus. Too intimidating. Glad I got through Endwalker. That's a nice enough ending point. We didn't not see thee. Final Fantasy games you can save anywhere. In Dragon Quest you gotta save at specific places like the One King. Good point. That's a good point. Alright, give me that 300 gold. Get it done. Huey? I mean, honestly, like, close enough to anywhere. Anywhere on the world map is effectively anywhere. Okay, I'll get the rest on the way back. Saga Netherlands let you save anywhere you're not in battle. Sure they did. Right, Fantasy Star too. Not this way. It's a slide! Now think of how cool the save animation was in Dark Half. Alright, did you have the cool ass armor here? Can I have the cool ass armor here? If I can have some cool ass armor, I'll feel pretty good about moving on past the next bridge. No, you don't! Dark Half and Gerald is a kind of cool RPG. JRPG, not very cozy though. Yeah, so like for anyone who missed it, my plan originally was to start Chrono Trigger yesterday. Because I know Chrono Trigger, I love Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is a very cozy RPG. It's just, it's more of a commitment than this is. Because honestly, if I need to dip out of Dragon Quest at any point, I'm not going to feel bad about it. We're not missing out on any big plot revelations or story beats or whatever, like we would be with Chrono Trigger. I also considered... I considered doing a big-ass swerve if I was feeling adventurous. And I mean, this is, you know... It should be apparent at this point, this is not something that's going to be common or likely for the time being. But if I was feeling adventurous, I was also thinking about doing Treasure the Rudress. I have not forgotten about that game. Here we go, Chainmail. Yeah, giving them 6 points. It is best to equip things right after you purchase them. You're right, nameless merchant man. You got mail. The thing I also find interesting about Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3 is a very direct sort of escalation design complexity. There is, isn't there? There is. Like, I only really know Dragon Quest 1 to 2, but this one, you have one party member. It's one of the things that I think makes this one particularly interesting, particularly compact and cozy. You only ever have one character. In Dragon Quest 2, you have 3. And in Dragon Quest 3, you actually get to define your party members, right? And you can have, I think, 4 of them? Yeah. 4 you get to customize. Stop playing Final Fantasy 14 because trying to balance learning tanking and starting to do crafting and overload your brain. Magic can be a lot to keep up with. Immediately switched to DPS when I realized tanks were expected to do things. Can't be having that. Tanking is social anxiety hard mode. Logic continues in Dragon Quest X. You'll have 11 party members. I'd like to see an RPG attempt to have, like... actually have a battle system where you manage, like 40 party members or something. I'm sure there's some clever way to do it. I just don't know what it is. Not that you're playing wrong if you don't play Dragon Warrior 3 with a party of jesters, but you're definitely not doing it right. I'm gonna grab a couple of medical herbs. And I think I'm gonna need another torch, too. Livia GBC gives you up to 9 at once, a 3x3 grid of party members. Just like in Goblins 1, there are 3 characters. In Goblins 2, there are 2. In Goblins 3, there's only 1. Same principle in reverse. Last Remnant is squads. Last Remnant's such a cool game. I hate that I didn't stick with that one. I really like it. Reach the next level, you need 128 experience. Record my journey in the Imperial Scrolls of Honor. Alright. We're gonna be iron, metal, bold, and give no care. Who chafes, who frets, or where conspirators lie. We are gonna head through that cave. Skeleton 3 is weird because you kind of simultaneously have 3 party members and 6 because you basically combine party members into 3 units of 2 and it's a pain in the fucking ass. I really liked in Dragon Quest 2 how the overworld theme is kind of like a somber version of this until you get your entire party together, and then it has an entirely new theme for you. That is true, Zem. That is true. Nine party members of GBC Luffy is kind of overselling and only 3 can act per round. Kind of like having, what, 7 party members in Final Fantasy X. Watch a streamer playing through Suikoden 3 gorgeous game. Interminable but gorgeous. Good graphics can carry a game pretty far, to be fair. Encounter rate definitely trying to test my patience, but we're good. Alright, time for pain, chat. Oh my god, medical herbs stack in this. Did they stack in the original? Surely not. They did not stack in Dragon Quest 1. Yeah, I thought as much. Hate you. 4 minutes explained that as expecting Kusegin getting blown away when it wasn't that bad. Inventory full error when we liked it both ways in the snow, etc., etc. What is mages even doing in this cave? Just slumming it down here? The henching business is not paying well anymore. The door is locked. Suikoden 3's gimmicks, the alternate chapters and 3 different main characters eventually can choose who the actual main character is, which is interesting. That is actually pretty interesting. Does it attack? Nah, it doesn't do enough. Good thing our character is multi-talented. He fights like a warrior, he casts like a mage. Aiba! Aiba! The mage did not see me. CD. See me, CD. But I like the charming monster design. Oh yeah, absolutely. We made it! Now I am somewhere else. Good for me. To cut and forth some interesting characters. Hey! Mr. Thou rose to level 8. Strength increased by 3. Speed increased by 3. Vitality increased by 2. Max HP increased by 5. Max MP increased by 3. Found Trigon. Don't think it's that bad, just stuff like the encounter rate. You say something shocking. Tierkris isn't bad if you pretend it's not related to the series. Ah, okay. We'll have to come back here. Skeleton. We're gonna do 16 damage. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, 42 gold for bashing those bone buckets. I'm gonna be a bit more aggressive with healing. And as the level of bonus progressions were based on what name you chose. Playing for Oddish, 1 through 5 share worlds, a very big deal. They do. Tierkris does not. Oh, I bet that pissed people off, yeah. Aha! I knew there was a town down here somewhere. Wolf! Oh my god, that thing did 13 damage. Why? Don't kill me! Whoa, I barely got that off. Oh, that was scary. 40 experience and 60 gold, though, is really nice. Also, Source of Pain, because 3 very blatantly sets up for a sequel, 4 or 5 were prequels, and then Tierkris happened. Wolf gonna bite you. Basically the same pain level as Dragon Quest 6 being a mobile game. Oh, Breath of Fire. Town of Rimuldar. Alright, well, we need to stay here first. 24 gold! Highway robbery! Take your fucking G's and choke on them. Finally, man, I left my wife clear in the village of Myra and set out to come here. I was attacked by monsters and they stole my money, so now I can't return to Myra. Damn. Idiot. You dumb fuck. Who are you, sir? You don't look familiar. If you're a traveler, I suggest you seek lodging at my mother's inn. Already did, champ. Jeanette is a small monolith to the northwest of the village of Myra. Where this strange old man is living all alone there. What you got, man? Steel sword. Iron armor. Magic armor. I guess iron junk is the next step. Try the merchant, looks like a good place to show you my wares. Item shop. Chimera wing, nice. What is the funniest sprint animation I've seen in a JRPG? Konami did a motion cap walk cycle for the protagonist. Instead of doing a proper running animation, they sped up the mocap walk. Oh my god. He's not talking about the Dragon Lord's castle. Not 100% sure what he's talking about. How are you getting out here while getting dressed? And grind up slime so you can buy the magic armor through his end. From your appearance, you seem to be an admirer of the hero Roto. However, in reality, the personal history of Roto is clouded in mystery. I heard a story that he just arrived one day from another land. How mysterious. None of these little references and stuff are in the original Dragon Quest, if I remember correctly. They're all added because this game was put on Super NES after the release of Dragon Quest III, which relates very directly to this one's story. I think they rewrote parts of this for that. I hear that in this town there's a shop that sells magic keys. Where could such a shop be? I know King Dragon has come and attacked. I won't be able to settle down and start my own business. For long, this town will succumb to the demons. Oh, gods. Maybe some weapons and armor in this world that are formidable enough to stand up against King Dragon. Place of prophecy. Don't tell me who you are because I already know you're a descendant of the hero Roto. You visit the holy monolith. No. Before then, you'll see the monolith to the south. Okay. Find the fighter's ring. That'll be one of your big accomplishments. Will it now? Really cool that Suikoden 1, 2, 3 all have save transfer. What does save transferring do for you? According to the ancient legend, Roto traveled to the western tip of this land and created a rainbow bridge. I also heard that he entered the darkness from a hidden passage in the evil king's room. Traveler, if you meet with a descendant of Roto, please tell them what I've just said. For sure they should find it of some use. It was really cool the save transfer from 1 to 2 fucks up one's protagonist name. Gives you an extra character. I always found doing stuff like this to be a little silly. Like, I like secrets in JRPGs, but I never really liked having to finagle with the exit grid. What's my girlfriend doing? She's late. Oh, this is bad, but if you meet a girl named Nana, please tell her I'm waiting here. Hey, magic key will open any door. One key is only 16 gold. Hell yes! Yes, I would like another. Yes, I would like another. Yes, I would like another. I wonder how many of these I actually need. I mean, I've seen plenty of locked doors. So see, what the fuck is this version? Does that keys stacketh? I think they have to. Yeah, they do. Here's a recap of 1, 2 is a book in your headquarters, and with the save transfer, it changes bits to match your playthrough. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I can't believe Rock is late again. What the hell is he doing? Harumph. Oh, Rock is waiting somewhere else? Oh, it's so rash. Please find Rock. I'll be waiting here. Both ways in the snow. Right, I'm Rock. What? My girlfriend is waiting. Crap, this place looks like a place where we're gonna meet.
Probably so pissed. Sounds like she is. Thanks for telling me. Show my thanks. I'll tell you something good. About 4 paces south of the bath in Myra and search around. You should find a good item. 4 paces south, huh? You know, I'm gonna take him up on that. Where's that item guy? Yeah, the thingy that I want. Spin-off set of Suikoden visual novels called Suikogaiden. Get a wing of the Chimera. So that toss the wing of the Chimera into the air. Woo! Boom. Alright. Might actually be further to Myra from here. Actually, you know what? I really want to use these keys. Three dialogue boxes open the sale inventory. $376 experience. Highway robbery. It's certainly been recorded. Be on your way. Let's see here. Well, obviously there's treasure in here, so we're gonna open this one. If you're a true hero, you won't steal anything. Ooh, agility seed. Magic nut. Free magic key. 337 gold. Too late, champ. Too late! So like a magic key, one key is 24 gold. Okay. So now I have access to a new magic key guy. When rain and sun join, a rainbow bridge will be produced, or so the ancient legend says. Looking for an underground chamber, I heard there is one somewhere in this castle. Much danger you advance past this point, your strength will be drained considerably. If you have enough courage, come through. Travel such a difficult journey at a young age, the least I can do is pray for your safety. Strength has completely recovered. In terms of items, is the agility seed like a permanent stat increase? And does the magic nut like restore MP? Okay. Let's go ahead and use this then. Agility increase by 2. Oh wait, they're both permanent upgrades? Oh, maximum, okay. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, go up to that northwestern town. Smack up
some slimes on the way. So I recall them existing in the original Dragon Warrior 1, but both ways and yeah, I don't think they did. Some Dragon Quest games do it really weirdly. We're basically getting stat games from later levels a bit early. Still grow at the same rate overall, just a bit earlier. Sorry. Right, Angus Dragon Quest, for the only thing behind that lock hostile door is a small amount of cash, not even enough to replace the key you just used to get. Alright, I know this one's pretty important. Through your desire to venture into the grave of Garai, the sound of the silver harp can call monsters and send them rushing to you. Stop your journey now and leave this place. A long time ago, I traveled to a town called Domdora. Spent most wonderful time at the inn run by a delightful man. I wonder how he's doing now. As you enter the grave of Garai, you ask? I regret that I can't tell you that. Try searching for it yourself. Free torch! Free copper sword! Ah, it's a thief. The world will be completely destroyed anyway, so I don't think you profit from my money. I need that guy to move so I can get to that treasure chest. That's kind of weird the NPCs can just choose to move in half measures. This fucker. Oh, this fucker! It's like Twitch Boys Pokemon. If you find this is just programmed to never let you in, it's possible. Fuck it. Oh. Return from the grave of Garai with your life if you can. If you wish to die, then by all means, step forth. I think I remember doing this. Drakima! Nice. Go ahead, make my day. I'm dead now, blah. Metro Ghost? Like a metropolitan ghost? Metro means mother. Dommy mommy ghost? How very droll. Murder someone's dead mom. I mean, how does that work? Got fireballed. I don't know, you're the murderer. Like they give Metro from even the Japanese is Hell Ghost transliterated. It's a wizard! It's a friggin' Mr. Wizard. Fan translations, man. Fan translations. When you're not dealing with an official translation, the localizers can go off on whatever weird tangent they really want. Fun language exercise, metrosexual, yeah, definitely. Found the nut of life. Well, I definitely want to eat that. Ooh, nice. 532 gold, nice. Magic key, nice. This is all quite nice. Nut of life is a Dire Straits song. How terribly droll. Man, everybody fucking casts Fireball now. Very rude. Actually, yeah, I don't want to risk it. Silly ass puns in the modern localized Dragon Quest enemy names like Bewerewolves. Really, you dick? Skeletons do lots of damage. But I can basically two-shot anything. That's pretty encouraging. This is what they choose to do with their turns that causes a problem. Night Errants, Night Aberrance, and Night Abhorrence. That's clever. That's really, really clever. I like that. All three of those sound like cool enemy names. I know, right? Yeah, particularly inspiring. Oh man, I went a giant. Okay, this means I'm near the entrance. I went around a big ass loop. Got myself lost. Yeah. Well, this is a good time to come up for air, I think. Hit the inn. How much gold do I have? That's a dickload of money. Cheers, Ninja Zombie. Thank you very much. Ease level dungeon nonsense. I mean, it's a maze. It's a dungeony maze. It's Dragon Quest 1, it's allowed to do it. I could get an iron shield. Actually, that's probably the smartest thing to do here. Leather shield's still worth 45. This copper sword never used is worth 90. Cool. Now thou art ironing a shield. And then before I forget, I'm gonna need another torch from this guy, I think. You're wrong, 3 is the earliest RPG I know with a day-night cycle. Ultima wouldn't even do that until a few months later. What does a dragon scale do in this game? I have no memory of what Dragon Quest dragon scales do. Raise defense. Be-lee-lee-dee-dee. We're weighing dragons, duh! He healed himself, what a fuckhead. Oh my god, you gotta stop that, man. Ultima 3 had day night was earlier in existence. Dragon Quest was also on other platforms first. Terrific move. Start reading a selection of the Arsene Lupin short stories. Nice, how is it? Alright, level 9. Strength 4, speed 2, vitality 1, HP 4, MP by 7. Learned Radiant. I'm guessing Radiant is a replacement for torches. Only I could be so grossly incandescent. Or fuck torches. I don't think you want to fuck the torches. I think that would be inadvisable. Pretty fun. Lupin is very unserious at the best of times. Nice. I remember personally, I've played Ultima 3 and the vision blocking gimmick was annoying at times. You told me it'd be all, yeah, I remember that. Okay, I've been up there. It's a pretty confusing dungeon. If I don't start making some headway soon, I'm probably gonna look up a map. Well done, Mr. Thou. You show that Metro Ghost who's boss. Ooh, here we go. That's surely something. Dragon Quest skeletons look like they have, like, day jobs and, like, homes to go back to and stuff. They look like working stiffs. Aha. Okay. Alright, the music got a little bit more dire here. Oh, wolf. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. We're in pretty good shape now. Okay. Jesus, that was scary. Oh, that was scary. I have so much money. Wolves are scary, man. Remember sleeping decent against wolves? I go even further down. Okay, that's a bit much. That concerns me deeply. I think I'm gonna go buy myself another upgrade. I think I'm gonna play this one smart. Because that'd be a lot of money to lose if I fuck this up. The lower you go, the creepier version of the dungeon theme you get. I love that too. That's a really, really neat effect. Yeah, I definitely want better armor. I think armor is gonna make the big difference here. And I love a horror roguelike with that. Like, Larry, get the more droning, the scarier it gets. Oh, this was it. Zenny Guy's great. I love in Castle of Cagliostro where he takes a detour to the room where they print the fake money and just massively overplays it to the cameras. I really might just use a map the next time I come here. I'm getting obscenely lost. I thought I knew how to get out of here. This is your least favorite bit of Dragon Quest 1? That's saying something, I think. It's good for leveling, at least. Good for leveling and building a bunch of money. Even the final dungeon has better flow. One more skeleton for the road. guy in his treasure chest. I'll never forgive him. Hey, that you can't see anything. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go over that forest town, because there was an item there that I was supposed to get. And also, like, a shrine to the northwest, maybe? Not 100% sure what was up with that, but... The only thing about Dragon Quest 1 is isn't there as much plot, you can do basically any quest in any order. I mean, not to be uncharitable, but I think even calling them quests is a bit of a stretch. Like, there's things you need to get. Yeah, objectives, yeah. You have a shopping list. You're not going roughly in order, you get your ass beat. I guess it's, like, it's structured to be very linear. Technically, it isn't. I have as much plot as King's Quest 1. I mean, well, yeah, it basically does. King's Quest 1 has a plot, but it's all up front. Go save the person from the thing. Oh, was it like... Did I not... I didn't go over here, did I? Oh, that's the shrine they were talking about. That's what's going on, chat. King's Quest 1 does have random encounters. Hello, sir. So you're Mr. Thou. I heard that you're journeying to defeat King Dragon. However, King Dragon is a malevolent creature, and for that reason I would regret letting you go, knowing you could witness defeat. Mr. Thou, I want to test your strength. What does that mean? Somewhere in this land is Silver Harp, which can attract monsters. When you retrieve and bring back that item, I will go. Oh, that's the thing I'm trying to do. That's the thing that has all the scary wolves in the way. There's some sort of draconic quest. I'm glad I thought to finally go over there. Damn. King Dragon is terrorizing the land. The king is tasked you with slaying him. That's it. That's the story. I'm sticking to it. Where are we at? 1,899 gold. Oh, I can go in here. Where was it? They said 4 squares south of... What? I forget now. The Dragon Lord! His name is Dragon Lord! It reminds me of 11 is a mode called Draconic Quest where you can toggle on optional challenge modes. Oh, cool. The bath. That is the bath! Oh, it's supposed to be here. It should be here, but I'm not finding it. Grr. Steel. I could do iron. Iron would be a 6-point increase. Holy Jesus. Steel armor would be a 14-point. Oh, I'm tempted to just hold out. Oh, I'm tempted to just skip over. Steel armor that price? Yeah, I would. Oh, yeah. Oh, I left. Shit. 4 steps south of the guy behind the poison desk. I don't actually need that door. That's interesting. Fortunately, no. What's going on down here, fellas? Fear the golem, a gigantic monster, has a weakness for the sound of a flute. You'll not have the power to defeat the monster if you only fight it. You only need to think about your opponent's weakness. Inside the cave to the south, someone said they saw a beautiful woman. However, the cave is full of monsters. There can't be a beautiful woman in there. I guess it's just seeing things. If you say so, man. That was real beautiful, or in the monsters we found along the way. Well, goddamn it. No, Shadows, I'm asking, where the fuck is it? Because I followed their instructions and it ain't working. 4 tiles south, the bottom exit of the bathhouse. 1, 2, 3, 4. One time I kept walking on, not searching while I screamed. One, 2, 3. It's not even that!
I like it.
It's not even the goddamn half steps! 1, 2, 3, 4. They lied! Those bastards lied! It is... If you count yourself as starting in the bath, then 1, 2, 3, 4. But you can't get in the bath, so why would you count in the bath?
God damn it. So the HD version makes a sparkle on the map on arrival, which lol. You accidentally got in the HD version. Can I just smack this thing up? Oh, damn, I can. Nice. Okay. I know this is a bit excessive, but I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the Garai dungeon. I'm gonna grind out another $1,000. I'm gonna buy that armor, and then I should be tough enough to get through the lower levels. That poor red slime. I think I hit him hard enough to just vaporize him. And you know what? You know what? Since we're wandering all over God's green earth here, let's go save. So if I somehow beef this entirely, instead of losing thousands of gold, I can just reset. Most of the times in Dragon Quest, I blatantly try to avoid killing because they're cute. You can even bank your gold. Where's the fun in that? Invest all your money in board slimes NFTs. Also, look like minor edits of the same guy. Wait, what? When you leave a... Wait, what? When you leave a place, you have to re-unlock the door? Who's going around fucking locking these things? Oh, these dicks. And what? No, I have a spell for this. Oh, that's way better. Unfortunately, I forgot the way to the place that I need to go. Necessary in Dragon Warrior 1, torch only one square out. And this torch enough for everything, it looks like. Friendship with torch ended even though they're hot. Aha, okay. Okay, actually this helps immensely. I know exactly where we're going now. Not that I'm necessarily trying to go deeper, but...
Nah, forget it. Nah, forget it.
Because I have one key. I have one key left.
And I can use that to get to the key guy in the main castle. For doors, we're logging in dungeons, the doors and chests reset in Dragon Warrior 1 when you leave a place. Chests too, huh? Draw maybe one of the most yonic monsters ever created.
Magic keys because they make money for the merchant, like magic.
It's amazing. So yeah, we're just gonna hang around the entrance. We're gonna smack up some monsters, take all their money.
Doodle doodle doodle. Da 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 da.
Level 10! Strength increased by 4. Speed increased by 9! Vitality increased by 4. HP by 3. MP by 4. Learn Stop Spell. Spells can go fuck themselves. Should I remember right? The keys used cost like 10 times as much.
So keys always cost based on where you buy them?
There's a 12 at Island Town and 24 in the castle. Might take them. 16 in a happy place, 24 in main castle so far. I don't remember the original compare. I know place did cost like 100. It wouldn't surprise me if they were something like 100 each in the original game. Because that's a real easy way to pad out your game right there. Having to keep unlocking doors is the biggest piss off in fact thing to do for you. First results of the cheap ones were 53. Wow, these guys suck. Cheaper than I thought. This is significantly more expensive than here.
Do you make money way faster here?
Are the gold returns scaled up in this game? $53, $85, $98 apparently in Dragon Warrior 1. Oof. Oof. Alright. In decades, there's no way you level or earn gold as fast in NES. I'm confident in this. I need to fight more wizards, man. Yeah, there we go. Wizard it up. It's fine, I can take it. 1624 unknown for third. They're roughly 1/4-ish.
more wizards you got, the better. I like they're worth 50 bucks each. 400 gold, chat. We are 400 G's away from our... Excuse me? Oh, so Radiant fades over time and has to be reapplied. Does your torch burn out over time? I hadn't noticed. We haven't made the torch good enough for the whole game, in my opinion, if it's a radius greater than 1 hero. They use your shine juice portion like such a boy. Get you that spell so you can have one of your radiant raves, young. You have to be responsible with your radiant. Fighting these guys feels like such a waste of time. Drolls are fine. $2,777, chat. 223 to go. Oh, come on. Fighting against this is such a waste of time. The Dragon Quest experience. We could be done with this with 4 wizards. If they would just lob some wizards at us. Afraid you failed to read properly. It says radiation. Growing extra sword arm, finish 50% faster. And all of a sudden we're playing Caves of Cud. Always were. Ah, 75 more gold. Ah. Of course, then we're gonna need extra money for keys too. But perhaps we can cross that proverbial bridge when we get to it. $3,005 gold. I'm leaving chat. RPG maps, these old JRPG maps, generally don't have any infrastructure. There's usually no roads. I mean, there's bridges.
but there's no roads leading to or from them. There's no outposts, way stations, farms. Where are all the farms, man? Battle begins. Sound not being tied to the battle window openings making my brain not happy. It's not egregious, but now notice it. This is what I was talking about when I was playing Final Fantasy IV Doppelganger. There's some little glitch in my AV setup that causes the audio from my Super NT to very gradually desync over the course of the evening. And it doesn't tend to get really noticeable until like the last hour or so. I didn't reset it tonight, which is why you're noticing it. Infrastructure is just getting in the way of running Chocobo where it hurts. Don't think it's just that. We'll have to check tomorrow. We'll have to see. But everything is off now. Like I open up the menu, it waits like a second and then it goes beep. Alright, oh my god, steel armor. Definitely more off than the other stuff. Oh, I'm so sturdy. Sell my chainmail. Cool. That helps. Well, obviously we're gonna go back and save. Actually, we're gonna... We'll walk it, it's fine. That's part of the game, and now I see, and my brain is no longer unhappy because it's not part of the game dev decisions. Yes. Thought you might appreciate that. Buys the steel armor, evaporates it. That steel armor would sell pretty well. Dang, all these monsters want to test themselves against my new armor, except I'm too fast and keep smacking them in the face before they can do anything. Just too fast for you. Alright, quick pit stop at the inn. Don't they know what quest you're on? I always wonder that about games where you're very obviously the chosen, like the chosen one, and everybody knows you're on this grand quest to like save the world and stuff. And I was like, why are you even fucking charging me money? Like, what are you going to do with this equipment if you don't give it to me? Do you want to be buried with it? Had a nostalgia moment for Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Forgot some genuinely funny punchlines. My younger daughter loves Diary of the Wimpy Kid. My older daughter used to, but I think she aged out of it. Skeletons need weapons too. Alright, we are gonna stop here for tonight, chat. This seems like an awfully good place to stop. When you're tired, it's a bad idea to continue on in battle. Even soldiers must get the rest. I shall await your return, Mr. Thou. Indian gold to feed their families, you're literally the only person wandering around getting gold from monsters. A cornerstone of the economy. Real hero, pay a full price. Aged out around the 4th book, first year pretty nostalgic for you. Alright, chat.
So, the plan, anyway, is to come back tomorrow and play more of this. We'll go back to that dungeon, and we should be sturdy enough to finish it. If the wolves aren't three-shotting me, then I should be fine, I think. So yeah, we'll play more Dragon Quest tomorrow. Thursday, hopefully we'll be doing the Game Boy request night. It may spill over into Saturday as well. If we miss Thursday, though, it's a lost cause. Friday, we'll do some kind of variety thing. Almost certainly a Master System Odyssey. But, again, you never know. I could have said the same thing about last Friday, and we did Curator Connect again instead, so. But yeah, thanks, gang. Just thanks for being here. Thanks for having patience while I kind of stitch my life back together. Thanks for hanging out while I played a bunch of Dragon Quest. Might not be the most compelling gaming experience of all time, but it's classic RPG. We like those around here. Let's go find somebody to raid. What's up? Let's not! There's nobody up. There's nobody up right now. So I'm gonna let y'all go. Thanks again for coming out, everybody. Hopefully you had a good time with some Super Famicom nostalgia tonight. I certainly did. I'm already looking forward to continuing this tomorrow night, because honestly, this is like the furthest I've ever gotten in Dragon Quest 1. I think we basically recouped everything we did when we streamed it that one time before, and I never really got this far when I played it on my own, so I'm gonna watch you for compelling gaming experience. But yeah, thanks again for coming out. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow for more Dragon Quest, but until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody!